Hey everybody, how's it going? Mantis Collectibles here. Got a fun video today just showing off my Sinestro collection of Heroclix. If you're familiar with the game and all, that's really cool. You'll probably enjoy this video. I know there's a lot of Lantern fans out there. If you're not, well, I hope you just like my collection. I'll try to explain it as we go here. Yellow Lanterns, pretty much, they are the enemies of the Green Lantern. That is their leader, Sinestro. Pretty arrogant guy. Names the Corps after himself. You know, the Green Lantern, Blue Lantern, Red Lantern. No, this is the Sinestro Corps. So we'll start over here. I've organized them by rarity because that's how they do it in this game. I thought it'd be a good way to just go through and bang off some figures. These are your just basic Sinestro Corps recruits, cheap little grunts. Every figure in the game has a point cost represented on the tabletop. So you could play a 300, 400, however much you want. And then that would be how much these characters you can add to your force. 50-point guy there, so they're pretty cheap. Anyways, this is another basic Romot Rue. I think he was son of a Green Lantern who never ended up getting a ring. He was pretty salty about it, so he ended up joining the Yellow Lanterns. We got Scarecrow here. This is a cool figure. This is from Blackest Night, when the Black Lanterns were pretty much going to take over the universe. The Guardians, who they are the rulers of the Green Lanterns. They split up the rings, and they went and picked somebody in the DC universe who represented their core well. Fear, that's their power. So they draw all their energy from the universe. And, Fear talks in here. Scarecrow, pretty good candidate. So he got a ring for that moment, and he was loving it. I got Mongol here. That was from a bit before Blackest Night. He kind of stepped in and took over the core for a little bit, but pretty sure Sinestro messed him up pretty bad from what I remember. I think he impaled him a bunch of times, but maybe I shouldn't spoil too much in case people want to read this. Very good series, by the way. If you're looking to get into comics at all, and you're not sure where to start, don't want to do Batman or Spider-Man, something like that, maybe a little different space, definitely recommend Jeff Johns' Green Lantern run. Went for a long time, really good stories. He introduced tons of lore, and it's lore that's stuck around. It's really good stuff. Some of my favorite. Lissa Drac there. She is kind of like Sinestro's girlfriend. A bit of a space witch. She's got that book, the Book of Parallax. Some funky stuff happens with that throughout the series, so that's a fun one. The Weaponer of Quard. There's quite a few Weaponers of Quard, but this guy was special. I believe he was the one that made Sinestro's first ring, and he gets involved. I believe Brightest Day, which is the follow-up to Blackest Night. Comics, they just keep going. It's like wrestling or something like that. It just goes and goes and goes. Soap opera or something. Crib there. That's a pretty creepy character. Those are babies that she's got in her hands, kind of on her back too. She steals infants of people, and I don't really remember what she does actually with the babies, but she did take some babies as some Green Lanterns, and that was a pretty fun little story, and they had to go get them. Older Scarecrow figure, but pretty cool mold. He's got the acrylic, plastic, whatever. Fear construct scrolls coming out. Very cool. Oh, and this guy hiding out here, right? Bedovan, the sniper. Really cool character. Some of the first kills in the Sinestro Corps War. You get some really awesome snipes. I think he was sniping from like 3 sectors, 3 galaxies away. That might be way too far to think about, but I know that Green Lanterns have everything split up into sectors in space. So we'd be Sector 2814 here on Earth. Sorry, this is just myself, getting a little shaky. It's hot in here. All right, got the Karu Sil figure, and this one's really cool because it comes with these dog constructs. They're called the Pack. You can take them off and move them around the board and play them as a different character. And say they just get killed or knocked out, they would just go back onto her, and she gets another ability. Now this is probably one of my favorite figures here. This is the Trinity War Sinestro. This is from when Sinestro takes the power of Parallax, that guy there we were talking about earlier. Parallax is the entity of fear. It is fear embodiment. It's a being, and seen as the Sinestro core draws their power from fear. I got a little lost there. Oh well, yes, they draw their power from fear. Eventually, that Sinestro merges with Parallax. Very cool, gaining tons of extra power. Him and Black Adam actually move the moon at one point. They fight off Ultraman, who's a version of Superman with it. Really cool character. Love the armor design. Already love Sinestro, and this is probably my favorite version of him. So, really fun figure. Fun to play on the table, too. He's got a great ability. He can run in Pulse Wave. Back in the day, Pulse Wave was insane. Still kind of good, though. Just do 1 damage to everybody around you. So, start chipping away. Then he has a fun defense little ability where he can target a character, scare them, and if they or Sinestro have teammates on their team, they can't attack him. So you could kind of put some fear into the biggest player on the enemy team. There you go. He's not attacking you if it's the early start of the game. Awesome guy. All right. This is the Kyle Rayner Parallax. This is from Sinestro Core War when they kidnap Kyle Rayner, I'm pretty sure, the Sinestro Core, and then they eventually get him all fucked up, screwed up. Oops, not supposed to swear. Oh well. Get him all messed up, and then break him down, demoralized. Then the Parallax entity takes over him, and that's when he gets the awesome armor there. It's funny, he doesn't seem that strong in it, but from what we know, Kyle Rayner, one of the greatest Green Lanterns, tons of willpower. Does make sense he would be able to break away from that. Now, Superboy Prime. Here we go. Such a cool character. If you read Infinite Crisis, you probably love this guy. He is Superboy from a very old DC Comics series where essentially he lives in a world like ours where we read comic characters through comics and movies and whatnot. And one day, I think he gets struck by a lightning bolt or something weird like that, holding a comic. I can't remember. But then he turns into the Superboy of his universe. And he is insanely strong, like so OP. We're talking old Superman who could sneeze and destroy galaxies and just do insane stuff. This is him right here. So in Infinite Crisis, he just goes on a rampage. Eventually, they can subdue him with 2 Supermans, I think, from other universe. And the Green Lantern Corps puts him into imprisonment. Can't remember how he gets out. Trying to look back. Probably going to have to go back and read these, sit down, maybe write some stuff up and actually do a review, because I'm usually just free talking, and, we see how that goes. But, anyways, super cool character. Anyways, gets into the Sinestro Corps, has this suit, which is just pumping him with yellow sun all the time, juiced up on yellow fear. He's got a ring. Awesome. Love this character. Super cool. Funny one here. This is like a Sinestro and Joker hybrid character from a universe, Elseworld storyline. DC had a line called Elseworld in the 90s where they put out these really funky stories like Green Lantern, Batman. I think that's where Russian Superman comes from. And then we got, I think Kingdom Come might have been an Elseworld story, which Kingdom Come is so good. Definitely gonna have to talk about that someday. Just, great book. So yeah, that's the funny Joker Sinestro hybrid character there. He's definitely more Sinestro, but he's got the Joker coat. Oh yeah, and those were all super rares by the gold dial. A couple rares there. I know I mentioned the rare system. It probably doesn't really matter that much, but in case you're wondering, that's why they've been lined up like that. And that's what I thought about when I looked back here, because these are all cool figures, but they were either, from a box, play event, or limited edition or something like that. There's a couple different Sinestros. Cool poses. I should probably show that one off better. Whoa. There you go. Flying away. This one's pretty cool. Got the big mace. This figure here, actually, it's just a different dial than this guy. Different abilities. But what I did is I took that figure off of a different base and pasted it on. Came with that one. Put the Trinity War Parallax armor on because it's so cool. Got Archillo there. This is kind of like Sinestro's goon, trainer, I guess right-hand man, you could say in a way. The second one in the core, toughest guy. He is the counterpart to Kilowog from the Green Lantern, if you've ever seen the movie or read the comic. There we got the Cyborg Superman, which they call him Manhunter Grandmaster here. Can't remember why. They do something with the Manhunters. I need to go back and read the full Jeff Johns run. I read it a long time ago, the full thing, and then anytime I'd go back, I would kind of just read Sinestro Core War or, you know, the big event kind of ones, Blackest Night. The finale is really good. I actually really enjoyed that. The Rise of the Third Army and the Wrath of the First Lantern, Volthum. Cool character. So yeah, the Cyborg Superman there. He ends up getting into the core because the anti-monitor's involved of all of this. Big bad super dude causing crisis all the time, everywhere he goes. And Cyborg Superman has a problem with dying. His body just keeps rebuilding itself. So he says, okay, I'll do what you want, but please just let me die. And I can't remember what happens, but good story. It's funny, I feel like I've said things like die and kill in here. Didn't even think about it. Probably definitely don't have to worry as a small channel yet. Not getting any monetization, but something to think about. The funny unaliving and whatnot, but I'm just ranting. Alright, finishing off here. In the back, we have the power battery and the reprint Colossal Sinestro. Love this guy. So if you're not familiar with how Green Lantern, Yellow Lanterns work, they wear the ring, and they can project constructs of anything they think of, really. It depends on how much you've mastered the ring. Green being willpower, yellow fear. You can create bigger, stronger, tougher constructs. So Sinestro being the powerful ring wielder that he is, he's got this big set of armor here. And I absolutely love this thing. It's funny, I only picked it up a while ago. I haven't played it yet. The game itself is pretty much dead, community-wise, where I'm from in Canada. Nowhere to buy figures anywhere, but that's okay. I pretty much got most of the ones I want. And I got a small couple friend group that I play with, so shout out to you guys, especially for watching the video. Thank you. Alright, that was it there. We got the Magneton fossil hanging out in the back, adding to the yellow just to strengthen them up a bit more. That was cool. I'm glad I got to show these off. Thank you to anybody who is just watching. If you're a fan of Heroclix or, you know, like I said, comics, whatever, Green Lantern lore, DC, that's really cool. It's something that I really enjoyed collecting when I was collecting them, and I still really enjoy playing with them. I have a ton more Heroclix, but these are my favorite ones by far, and anytime I get to put them onto the table, I have a ton of fun doing it, win or lose, so that's really cool. Thanks for watching. Hope everyone is doing well, and we'll be back with more vids. Like and subscribe if you want, the YouTube stuff. Either way, thanks for watching. Take care.